Have you ever gone to bed late at night, woken up drowsy the next morning, to go to work in a daze, not get as much done as you wanted to, so you come home grumpy, try to do as much homework as you can, and then turn on the TV to unwind at night, just to go to bed late and wake up early the next morning to do it all over again? Chances are you have. I know I have. According to the American Sleep Association, 37.9% of US adults reported unintentionally falling asleep during the day in the last month, at least once. That's crazy. That is over 1 in 3 people. In addition to this, National Geographic has reported that over 15,000 medical errors have taken place because the medical practitioner had not had enough sleep. That's a crazy amount and some pretty damaging effects just because we haven't had enough sleep. Today, I wanted to talk about how turning off your technology 30 minutes before you go to bed can improve your quantity and quality of sleep by increasing melatonin levels, and what will happen if you do this. So, the National Sleep Association has said that the blue light emitted from screens from cell phones, computers, tablets, and TV actually restrain the production of melatonin. Melatonin is the hormone that your brain secretes when it gets tired, and it tries to put you to sleep and keep you asleep. And so if we decrease the amount of melatonin in our brains because of the lights on our screens, then we won't fall asleep for as long, or we will fall asleep later than usual, and we will wake up more during the night. And this can be a really big problem because then we're drowsy the next day. It does go on to say that if we don't want technology to impact our sleep, then we should plan on turning our technology off at least 30 minutes before we go to bed. That's half an hour. That's not very long. Some of us take showers that are longer than that. And so what would you do during this time, this tech-free time? Well, I tried this experiment a couple months ago when my husband was out of town for the night. I decided to set my alarm, plug in my phone, and do some yoga on my own, read my scriptures, read a book I'd been wanting to read before I went to bed. And it turns out that I actually ended up going to bed about an hour earlier than I usually would have if I had stayed up on my phone or watched my favorite show. I actually got kind of the same amount of sleep because my son woke me up, but if you don't have kids, that won't be a problem. So what happens if we do get more sleep? If we do get more sleep, we're able to remember more. Most scientists agree that one of the main reasons humans need sleep is to process information and store memory, almost like a filing system for your brain. As college students, we are spending a lot of money and a lot of time and a lot of effort to go to school to gain the education and the skills necessary for a future career. If we can't remember what we learn, then we're wasting a lot of time and a lot of money. And sleep will help us remember what we're learning. In our careers, it's important to get enough sleep. If we're grouchy at our coworkers or at our boss, we can damage those relationships that could gain us further employment or get us promotions. It also damages our relationships with our spouses and our children, our roommates, and that can damage our emotional and mental well-being as well. A lack of sleep also impairs our alertness, makes us have judgment errors, which can lead to car accidents. It can lead to mistakes at work that could get you fired or demoted, or just cause you not to get a promotion. It can cause mistakes in school, which cause worse grades, which can affect your job in the future, or graduate school entrances. And so sleep is such an important part of our lives. And if we could get more sleep just by turning off our devices, what an easy solution to such a big problem. So now, close your eyes and imagine with me again your morning. You wake up refreshed. You drive to work alert are able to get quite a lot of work done because you're awake and you're not trying to fight sleep the whole time. You come home, you have a lovely dinner with your family or with your roommates. You sit down at your computer and do quite a lot of homework because you're still alert, even though it's 5 o'clock in the evening. And then, instead of turning on the TV, you set your alarm, you read your scriptures, you talk with your spouse, and then you go to bed. And you wake up the next morning refreshed, ready to start the new day. This is such a better scenario than waking up drowsy, maybe getting in a car accident because you were too tired to pay attention, all because you turned your technology off 30 minutes before you went to bed. So my challenge to you is to try this for 2 weeks. Set your alarm 30 minutes before you want to go to bed. And then turn off your devices. Take some time to get to know yourself, get to know your spouse, play some board games with your roommates before you go to bed. Thank you.